Hey, good morning, guys. It is Friday morning, the last morning, October 26th, 2018. I think I'm going to be okay holding my composure together today, although that got tested already. This is my second try at this video. The first one, just before I started, I got a text from one of the family out there I never met. Their words had me welling up. And I wanted to kind of go over last night with you real quick. I had a real honor and privilege to be welcomed onto the Ben Maller show on Fox Sports Radio here in Los Angeles, and it was just neat to be in studio and see the guys I've listened to for so long, and take some pictures I posted. Terrific show, terrific guy, funny as hell. He's funny because he's snarky, and I just love snarky. Sometimes people don't get sarcasm, but it's brilliance. One of the things I never really understood understood, but appreciated. When you hear people on the radio, it seems like a pretty simple thing to couple into a microphone. Anybody could do it, but when there was you see the inner workings of what a producer does and how they interact and everything. That it was really interesting to see. So I was grateful, and thank you guys for letting me be part of that. Let me get some pictures, and certainly it's the only national program I've been on where they let me talk about the journey in the book. And if you go to podcast, it's the Ben Maller Show, Maller, on Fox Sports News. And I was on the first hour of the show last night, which would have been the 25th. I believe they call it the 25th, but it starts at 11 p.m. out here. So anyway, that was that part. And then just kind of share a few things with you today. I'm in Santa Monica right now, standing outside the Travel Lodge, which apparently is under repair. I'm leaning against a storage container which blocks up 18 of the parking spots, so people are fighting for parking around here. In just a few hours, about 3 hours, I'm going to be heading out on my last bit of a walk down to the pier. Something you guys might appreciate. When I envision this final walk, which should be pretty stupendous, I just pictured collapsing and just kind of sitting down there by the beach and having a beer or something, and Jamie's with me and sitting on the beach, and she's been really good about kind of not saying a lot to me and just letting me, she's probably got a lot to say to me, but she knows this is kind of said I was going to do this, right? It's kind of a big moment. So, but in typical Jim fashion, I didn't get much sleep last night because of the way my mind works and because of the stupidity that I profess on a routine basis. So I tried to help out by organizing a rental car. You'll read more about this in the book because it is a pretty prevalent part of the California story. But as it turns out, once I get done with the journey, the actual walking to the end, I probably have about a half an hour or so to enjoy the trip before, due to a snafu created by me, I've got to get this car for her back to the right place by the right time. So it's going to be a very short victory celebration, I guess. The good news is Santa Monica seems to be a pretty cool town, and I think it's going to be fun when I get back this late afternoon, evening, to just chill out. Jamie, of course, wants to kind of make it special, and hey, we can do this, or we should do this, or we can go here in LA. And yeah, there's a lot to do. As I've always told people about going to New York City, you almost have to pick one or two things to do and just go do those one or two things. There's just too much to try to get in one time. You'll never enjoy it. And really, I just think I want to wake up here and watch the sun rise, which I really won't get a good view of, and watch the sunset tomorrow down here before going to the airport hotel and getting some sleep and getting up and coming home to my kids. So, like I said, the ability to enjoy the moment will be short-lived, which is so typical of the way my mind works, or I should say doesn't work. Um, but I also still have not finished preparing my list of thank yous, which I'm going to be doing here in a few short minutes. And I'm going to try not to well up. I swear to God, I'm going to try not to well up, but I need to do this now so I don't forget later. I could have done this without any of you guys, and I need to thank you all for it. I'm going to do my best to acknowledge certainly the folks on the journey. There's been a lot of you that I haven't met, but I've become friends with through Facebook or just kind words. And I think I won't be able to get everybody in, but I'm going to try to reach out to you guys one by one. But I haven't really talked a lot about my family, and so let me just try to suck this up. My mom is 83 years old, and she's got her wits about her. She doesn't get around very well. But one of the best things for me on the journey to keep me grounded has been I've called her almost every day. And it's not a long conversation most times, just to let her know I'm okay and alive, and that's all she wants to hear. But, I wouldn't be where I am without her. And you talk about people going through a lot. If you know my story from day one, and know some of what I say is kind of my jaded background or some of the tragedies I dealt with, well, so did my family. My mom, she was an adult. She's the one that took the brunt of it. So if I have a hero, it's not Mike Schmidt as much as I idolize his baseball ability, and it's not Phil Vassar as much as his music moves me. It's my mom. So, and secondarily to my mom, my brother and I, for many, many years, were as close as two brothers could be. We've kind of drifted apart a little bit, and this journey didn't start out